Okay. Back from the library. Yes, it's one of them's open. Well, actually, a few of them are open now. Yeah. So, trying to get some work as a volunteer. Teaching English, yes. Anyway, my security blanket. Supposedly it's conversational class, so shouldn't be necessary. But I want it there. Okay. Been looking at my videos. Oh dear. For anyone that's looked at any of these, there's one or two out there, but that's about it. You may have noticed that I almost never put a description. Well, I'm going to make every effort to put a description. You like the shirt? I hope so, because this is the shirt you're going to be seeing from now on. Yeah. You know, I've got an Instacart shirt. I've got a PetSmart shirt. By God, I'm going to have a YouTube shirt. Yeah. I'm not a slave to fashion, in other words. So, whatever. Well, the lighting is a constant thing. I did get this. Requires two, hold on. Two AA's. I did have batteries, but I'm not going to get into it. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to fix that too. Okay. A little update as far as all the devices I'm using. I'd like to be able to just put this aside, but as another incident occurred, made it painfully obvious that I want to be completely dismissing this. The tablet takes forever to turn on, and this always on, right? So when an event occurs, yeah, and it's always with me. So again, the problem with these little things is there is no storage capacity on them. And I am forever having to delete apps, you know, and just deal with the storage issue. So the laptop really is going to be my go-to device. This is, you know, something out of the blue happens. The tablet, I don't know where the tablet's gonna fall into. More planned, obviously, because it does take forever to turn on. But considering its limitations storage-wise, even with a memory card, laptop is still preferable. Radical lad, huh? Traipsing through town to upload. Yes, the hotspot, mobile hotspot does work, but only when I have enough data, apparently. So, the beginning of the month, right? The hotspot, mobile hotspot works. After a couple of days, it won't work. So, I had even toyed with the idea of just getting rid of the, you know, the phone thing, and just using the free phone apps on my tablet. But I am a YouTube junkie, and this place blocks off YouTube, so it's not gonna happen. This will actually play YouTube throughout the month. It'll run through it pretty seamlessly in the start of the month, but as my data diminishes, it'll take a lot longer to get through a video. We'll have that spiral thing, but it'll eventually be able to play download it. So I'm not going to get rid of the phone. The phone plan comes out to about $28, $29 after tax and all that. So $25 after you finish paying all the taxes and whatever it is. $28, $29. So that's kind of tech situation I have. So I got the double A's for my lighting. Right, lighting. Base on. Let's see something. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm hunting through my wood. Oh, battery's dead on this thing, huh? Well, in all fairness, it was there when I really needed it to be. Haven't used it in a minute. So I'm gonna have to get another one of these before. Well, I got this in Vietnam. Another small flashlight. Before. These things are so handy. You have no idea. Yeah. So yeah. All right, that's good to know. I need to replace that too. All right. But anyway, this takes double A's. I bought this, I packed it, and I'm just ready to jump on the plane to Vietnam before I do, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start using it here too. Alright, so that's all my tech update thing. Right? I don't know if this is going to... It's already been 9 minutes. It's enough for two. Okay. Trying to update, but I'm going to focus in on just the tech aspects of it. I've been tinkering with that. The biggest change is going to be not recording, holding this thing vertically, right? Or the tablet horizontal. That was the biggest change. Can't believe it. Okay. No, yeah, I'm a bit of a hermit, so okay. Anyway, so I heard about the lighting thing way before I figured out that I'm supposed to hold this thing horizontally. All right. So that, the lighting, YouTube uniform now. Alright. Okay, this is not story time with Auntie D. This is it is basically recording a journey. At the moment, the topic seems to be homeschooling issues. Am I an expert on, or any kind of authority on homeschooling? No. Or yes, I don't know. I did grammar school, elementary school thing, public school system. Switched to private school for 3 years. Then started middle school. Job, job program for a year or whatever. Went abroad. My parents had planned to put me in a school there, but you know what? I wasn't having it. Spanish was a requirement. It was in a Spanish-speaking country, so yeah. But yeah, I resented being uprooted and dragged into another culture. So I spent, that year going to the cultural center, American Cultural Center, and just getting stacks of books from their library and reading them at home. And so never, I should say, my mother was never very fond of the educational system, and what can I say about homeschooling? If you are the kind of person who believes the teacher's always right and the student needs to listen to teacher and all that kind of stuff, and you're probably not a good candidate to present homeschooling, to be an independent student, or introduce the concept of homeschooling to your family, to your children, whatever. Independent thinker, and you want your children to be independent thinkers, then homeschooling is probably a good idea, because schools hate that. Schools really don't like that. Certainly not when children are maybe once you get into college, but not even then, especially nowadays. But 100 times more so with children. So, well, it depends on your attitude about school system. Whether you want to go through the aggravation of homeschool. Well, now with COVID, right? So you may be dealing with homeschooling, kicking and screaming all the way, right? All the way through it. But it's an issue that a lot of people have to face now. And I found some videos with parents who liked the concept even before all this, so they're in a better position to extol its virtues. With my mixture of experiences growing up, various educational situations. Well, by the time I got to college, it was as if I was homeschooled. So, I was just reflecting upon some of the situations my mother went through with other parents who, unbeknownst to me, there was obviously some kind of scenario going down in the background. But how does that work out? I drifted through, by the time I got to college age thing, community college, I drifted through that for years. I really didn't return to school seriously until I determined that it was to my benefit to actually get a degree. The economy changed. So when everything was outsourced and you just, employment was almost, well, it really didn't amount to anything. So it was the time to go back to school and get a degree. So when I finally determined it was in my best interest to actually acquire a degree, I went back there. And yes, I was able to get my degree. Graduate. 3 point something. 3.2? 3.52. I wrote it down because, I don't really care about that, but when you're filling out applications, yes, I keep my papers. Yeah, a lot of interesting things going down now, so. Oh, that's where that was. I was looking for that. Alright. So, yeah. I still don't take too many of these things seriously, but when you're filling out the application, you have to pretend like it has supreme significance. Grade point average 3.522. Alright, so I don't know. So Thomas Edison State University. I don't know whether you will ultimately think that university should lose its accreditation or not, or whatever, but yeah. So independent learners and those who believe we need such people might opt for homeschooling, but if teacher's always right, and students should be seen and not heard, then the established school system is probably the way to go as soon as you're able to get back to it. Alright, that's enough of that. I have compiled a few playlists which I consider deals with important issues, core courses, if you will. So I'm going to put that in the description, the links to that in the description. Alright, this is the introduction to the playlists then. What do you think about my uniform? Okay? Okay. Yeah. So, me trying to be presentable. I'll get the lighting done, fixed. Because I suppose that's not kind of greenish, isn't it? I don't know. Got one right here on the side, one across the room. This is supposed to be what fixed right on the. Fix that. Okay, I'll play with that later when I get the batteries. Alright, so that's it. I'm already past 20 minutes, and this is homeschooling. Talk to you later.